Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week in Destiny, it's the last call to earn the Solstice rewards while they're hot. We've also heard you wanted to hear about Warlocks, and I have a preview of some ability changes coming with Ash and Iron next month. Here's everything we have lined up. Solstice last call. Warlock changes. Crucible reward changes. Bungie Store Solstice sales section, and Bungie Foundation info. You are reading the tweet. All right, so Solstice final week. Time flies when you're having fun under the towers, summer sun. But Solstice is wrapping up soon, and we wanted to give you a friendly nudge to make sure you're not missing out on any of those sweet, sweet rewards. You've been putting off finishing the event reward track and grabbing those hollow versions of Yeartide, Apex, Festival Flight, and Fortunate Star. Now's the time to dive in before the event wraps up August the 19th. Check out last week's tweet for a full rundown of everything that is up for grabs, but act fast. Look, here's the thing. I'm not trying to give you FOMO, but if you don't have this armor set, this lustrous armor set, even if you don't get the God Roll Festival Flight, this is definitely not it right here, but the God Roll Festival or even the SMG, please, if you care about solar builds, just get a full armor set of this stuff, guys. Get an armor set. So yeah, it is a bit of FOMO. Warlock abilities tuning preview for 9.1.0. Warlocks and their space magic abilities. We're seeing some great usage of Warlock constructs, such as Child of the Old Gods, Bleak Watcher, Hellion, Arc Soul, and Ionic Sentry. In the near future, we're planning to enable deeper build crafting with these constructs. Additionally, a few builds are starting to stand out, like the Prismatic build leveraging Lightning Surge to effectively delete champions at a moment's notice. While we're happy with how players are building into the above abilities, we're also seeing feedback and working on a handful that aren't felt to be as potent. This limits variety in build crafting, and we're looking to address that. A few strand abilities don't shine as brightly as we wish, and a handful exotic needs bug fixes, and we're aware that players desire more grenade-centric builds to feel powerful in-game content. Well, some of the above will take time to address. We're planning a tuning pass for Ash and Iron, also known as Major Update 9.1.0, coming in early September. We're still testing these changes and finalizing how everything should work, so some things may shift, but these are our first steps in helping Warlocks feel a bit more love for their space magic. Hunters, Titans, don't fret. We'll be back in the next few weeks to discuss more changes coming. You won't be left out. So Warlocks abilities, Empowering Rift class ability. Standing and Empowering Rift now generates grenade, melee, and class ability energy over time. Final blows while standing and Empowering Rifts now generate bonus, special, and heavy ammo progress. Oh my god, that's like an exotic armor piece perk. That's just gonna be just for the Empowering Rift. No, that's massive. Obviously, Bungie wants people to quit using Healing Rift all the time and actually give Empowering Rift a go, but that is massive. All right, Weave Walk, Strand Aspect. Exiting Weave Walk now grants Woven Mail for you and nearby allies. Woven Mail duration is relative to time spent in Weave Walk. Increase horizontal movement on enter and exit. Increase fragment slots from 2 to 3. That is massive. That is massive. I don't know how long the time is going. This is the big thing. The time spent in Weave Walk will transfer into, it might be 1-to-1. Weaver's Call, Strand and Prismatic Aspect now generates Roosted Threadling progress when giving damage of any type. Threadling damage now returns class ability energy. Works on all Threadling damage while this aspect is equipped. Wow, that's really good too, man. You're going to be able to feed into the gameplay loop here. You'll be able to feed right into that. Frost Pulse, Stasis Aspect. Freezing enemies now generate class ability energy. Works on all stasis freezes while this aspect is equipped. And Pocket Singularity, Void and Prismatic Melee now has 2 charges at base. Projectile lifetime increased from 1.1 to 2 seconds. Rework projectile tracking to favor targets closest to initial trajectory. Reduce detonation knockback on players by 50%. Okay. So lowering that, but you're gonna get 2 at base. Guys, they also gave it, like, I know no one is like thinking about Pocket Singularity inside of PvE, but they did massively buff that melee damage. The melee is already the best in the game. Well, the reduced knockback by 50% may allow for more counter. Let me just say this. One of the most difficult subclasses to go against in 1v1s just off of their kit is actually just Void Walker. Between Child, Pocket Singularity, if you're in a situation where you're losing a 1v1 but you're rocking Pocket Singularity, you literally just expend your melee, you throw your enemy back, and 9 times out of 10 you'll win that 1v1. It also goes, the tracking is crazy. It'll go around corners. All right, now exotic armor. Ionia. Increase projectile damage at max range from 15 to 20%. Tune the distance to damage curve to make the maximum damage distance easier to identify. Increase projectile tracking by 40%. In addition to the primary projectile, the sub-projectiles now benefit from Ember of Ashes, Ember of Eruption. Okay? I personally have not even broken out any builds with this, because there's just so many other good things. But this right here just screams PvP, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna like it in PvE, but this screams PvP. All right, general abilities. Threadlings increase damage versus combatants by 20%. That's good. That's gonna pair nicely with the above changes. Now, upcoming fixes. A few weeks ago, we examined feedback and bug reports for a few notable exotics. We want to provide a brief update on some of these investigations. We've already updated a few in prior patch notes, so these represent the remaining upcoming changes. Starfire Protocol. We confirmed an issue where Starfire Protocol was not returning as much energy as expected on empowered hits. We fixed this issue, raising it to the intended 5% with the fix deploying in 9.0.0.7. Now, Crown of Tempest, we're continuing to investigate an issue where Crown of Tempest no longer grants stacks on multi-kills. We're aiming to have a fix when Renegade goes live. Interesting. That's a long time from now. Granted, most of us are probably not using Crown or Arc-based builds, but maybe next season, that's going to be more of the focus. Rhyme Code Raiment. We're continuing to investigate an issue where Rhyme Code Raiment generated stasis crystals and consistently apply Devour when Feed the Void is active. We believe we're honing in on a fix and are looking to have a fix for when Renegades goes live. All right, Boots of the Assembler. We've confirmed an issue where Boots of the Assembler Noble rounds won't work on a teammate that enters the Warlock's Rift. A fix will be deployed during our 9.1.0 major update, Ash and Iron. Now, Wings of Sacred Dawn. After investigating reports around Wings of Sacred Dawn, we've concluded that we missed a patch note with the Edge of Fate's release. It is intended that Wings no longer reloads your equipped weapons, as this led to some problematic behaviors around single-shot magazine weapons, such as bows, or you can also do double GLs. Controversial Hole. We received reports that this doesn't return energy as expected, and after investigation, we believe this to be true specifically with some combatants in the firing range only. Oh, okay. So we're looking to update the firing range combatants in a future update. All right, so this sounds like, I guess, anyone that's rocking Controverse, go try it out elsewhere. It seems like a firing range issue. Nezrak Sin, we saw reports of the regeneration buff no longer working during multi-kill streaks and believe this may have been resolved in 9.0.0.5 alongside the fix to the sprint bug. We'll be keeping an eye on any future reports. Now, in the coming weeks, we're also planning to communicate more about the future of class fantasies. What is it to be a Warlock? What are some of the fantasies we're hitting right now? And where do the classes need more work? We're excited to show you what else we're cooking, so stay tuned for more information. Honestly, I think you should just take guns away from Warlocks. They don't do anything with them. Give them a dang pillow gun and let them just heal everybody all the time. You know what I mean? All right, Crucible power and rewards. Last week, we talked about some of the changes we are working on to continue to improve the feel of rewards and progression across the game. One of the areas we call out was Crucible Ops, and we've got more details on what we have planned to make Crucible feel more rewarding and better to progress through the power bands in. Earlier this week, we shipped Destiny 2 update 9.0.0.6 with a handful of changes targeting post-match reward frequencies. In addition to raising the reward floor to have less disparity between low and high skill, here's a list of issues we fixed in update 9.0.6. Everyone in a match now has a chance to earn additional rolls as opposed to one player per team. The competitive playlist weapon, Solemn Remembrance, has a chance to drop on completion instead of wins. Lower the B grade score threshold for rewards, ranks copper and bronze, power 10 to 300. This makes it easier to earn bonus drops and bonus focused rewards at PvP. Increase the gear tier for B plus at reward ranks bronze and silver. Now, we have more changes coming in update 9.1, where we are making Crucible Ops more rewarding for all players, along with target adjustments for early power bands. So increasing bonus drop frequency when playing Crucible Ops, increasing the amount of score earned on losses, retuning score thresholds for all grades at reward ranks, copper and bronze, to make earning higher power and gear tier more consistent, increasing the highest potential gear tier at reward ranks, copper, bronze, and silver, and increasing power adjusters for PvP. We're definitely not stopping with the Crucible and have more PvE reward changes coming in the future, including the Desert Perpetual Raid. We'll share more in the weeks ahead. I'm already hearing good things about comp as far as the comp weapon dropping, but yeah, it would be nice to get more rewards from Crucible for sure. All right, Scorching savings on the Bungie store. Celebrate Solstice with Solstice savings in the Bungie store with until August the 19th. In addition to new savings, enjoy $7.77 flat rate shipping during the event. Any purchase made on the Bungie store during Solstice savings will also come with the Sunburst Destiny 2 emblem. Solstice savings is the perfect time to pick up the Edge of Fate Bungie rewards, now available for purchase on the Bungie store. Strike true weapon and unlock your Bungie rewards today. All right, Bungie Foundation support Ronald McDonald House Charities. Bungie Foundation here with a quick update on how you can make a difference for families of children receiving critical medical care. The Bungie Foundation is once again partnering with Ronald McDonald House Charities to support their amazing work providing services that remove barriers, strengthen families, and promote healing when children need health care far from home. More than a place to stay, Ronald McDonald's House offers families a private room for rest and recovery, home-cooked meals in a fully stocked pantry, laundry facilities, toiletries and essentials, therapy, dogs, and emotional support programs, and a built-in community that understands. Donate $25 today to this worthy cause to snack the brand new Tartan Tribute emblem. This campaign will run until 8/28, and emblems will be distributed via email on 8/29. Grab your emblem today and wear it with pride, knowing you're making a difference. Oh, that's nice. All right, known issue, Solstice rewards. Make sure to do the following before Solstice ends on Tuesday. Upgrade your lustrous armor and get the glows. Grab your rank rewards. spend your event tokens. After Solstice ends, it will no longer be possible to use or claim these. We've got a number of known issues. Actually, this list seems smaller. As a final note here from Bungie, another week, another twin. Enjoy the rest of the Solstice event and grab those drops. Let us know what you think of the Warlock changes, and we'll share more on what is coming for Hunters and Titans soon. Hope everyone is having a great summer up here in the Northern Hemisphere. Stay cool out there. Destiny 2 community team. That's everything, guys. Warlocks. You know, it's kind of interesting that Bungie mentioned that, though. Like, truly, what is the identity of a Warlock? I feel like Warlocks need to become the Necromancer class. You know, like they need to be the class that could spawn in multiple beings that can fight for us. But I mean, like, if there was ever a Taken subclass, there would be like different variations of it across all the classes. But I would think like the class that can like raise an army from the dead, to me, is Warlocks. Like, I hate to say it because I would love that on Titan, but it doesn't really, in terms of the theme of the characters, doesn't really make as much sense for Titans. Raising like 10 thrall to attack would be sick. Dude, can you imagine being in PvP and like a Warlock rushes the point and he's got like, I don't know, 3 Taken Cabal, a Taken Ogre, and like this is a super. Imagine your super for a Taken Warlock is like an Ogre. You got a Greg you spawn in, some Cabal with shields, and like 10 thrall, and you just rush a point. You know what I'm coming from? You know how wild that would be? Not a Greg? Dude, give it a Greg. Imagine if you can even tell your Greg where to go. You'd be like, Greg, you stay on B point. You don't leave this damn point. So anyways, that's what I envision for like the fantasy for Warlocks. So we'll see what happens, man.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.